What's up, YouTube family, and welcome back. It's your boy, Mr. Michael, and I'm going to be basically explaining how I consumed over 20,000 calories in the last 2 days over the weekend. So, let's get into it. So, what does that even mean? Well, for those of you who don't know already, I suffer from a binge eating disorder. And what that is basically eating past the point of fullness. Literally, you're sick, but you keep eating. And where I've come to terms with that and have gotten over a lot of the mental obstacles of binge eating, I sometimes still find myself doing those things, especially on my cheat days. Now, I haven't had a cheat day in a very long time, so I wanted to go big or go home. Well, I did just that. And let me just say, it was one heck of an experience, and I don't regret it so much. I mean, if like if this was 3 years ago and you asked me, do I regret it? Of course I would have. But now I'm just like, okay, like that happened. I had my fun, you know, fun. Let me get back right onto it, and let's just do a hard reset. So I kind of use it now as like, okay, let me indulge. I went overboard. That's okay. I'm gonna get back on the horse and keep on pushing. So my guilty pleasure is usually Wingstop, which many of you know already. Or more recently, I've been on this taco grind. So I hit up my local taqueria and I ended up getting 3 burritos with no beans because no beans means extra meat because they know me there. Because every fast food place kind of knows me to some extent, at least the ones that I frequent most. Um, anyways, 3 burritos, two al pastor, one asada, the best, a quesadilla, and 6 al pastor tacos. As you can tell, I'm a sucker for some good al pastor. But it didn't stop there, right? We hit up our local 7-Eleven, and I ended up getting a couple ice cream sandwiches, 2 family-size bags of chips. One was baked hot Cheetos, because I'm watching my fats. I honestly like you need to understand, like when I buy those chips, that's literally what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, this isn't as bad as I have like 7,000 calories worth of Mexican food next to me. Like, I get diet soda, I mean, hey, I'm watching a little bit what I eat when I do this. Um, and anyways, the other one was a bag of Funyuns. So like spicy, like whatever, the flaming hot Funyuns, because that's all they had. And honestly, I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna have this. So I got all that, went home, started eating, did my thing, and I usually can finish that in about an hour. I'm not even joking. Like as long if I have a good show, and usually like it's that like I'll have a show and I'll be in my room and I'll be in the most comfortable setting. So I have all these different sensory inputs. Like the room is cold. I have a great show. I have the food. It's like a euphoric experience. So it really allows me to kind of like, you know, I guess eat quickly or just feel more comfortable. So like I'm just, munching. I don't know. So that was on Saturday. And I did raid my fridge a little bit after that. I put everything into MyFitnessPal and it ended up being around 10,200 calories or so. So, as you know, I would obviously feel bad the next day, and I did. And I got into this cycle of thought, like this mindset of like, man, I messed up, and this was kind of like a thing that just hit me. I was like, man, I messed up. Like, I'm just gonna eat my normal meals today, and then like it'll be fine, like whatever. Well, I coerced myself. I talked myself into basically doing it again. So I went to the same taqueria, got the same order, but one extra burrito, and it was chicken because I was like, okay, this is healthier, but with beans this time. A quesadilla, and I got 8 tacos. Again, I went to 7-Eleven, got a bag of chips, a couple ice creams, and some diet soda. Went home, same thing. And it was like honestly, like it was nice. I mean, I'm a big guy. I came from 460 pounds and I've been overweight twice. So I genuinely enjoyed this moment or these moments. I really did. At the time, it was the one of the best, most relaxing experiences. And everyone has their vice, and this is mine. It just felt great. And I know that's a whole like mental side effect of this, but as long as you're aware of your actions and what you are doing in this case, of course it's still bad, but like if you come out of it and you're able to overcome the cycle of falling back into that kind of eating style, I don't think it's as harmful. But maybe that's just me downplaying it, right? Anyways, so today is Monday, and I already went to the gym today. I obviously kind of felt like crap. Eating that many calories in that short a time is just not obviously good. Um, so yeah, so how I deal with it, right? Mentally, I'm like, okay, I have to, I've mentioned this earlier in the video, I have to get back on the horse. I have to just keep pushing. So I went to the gym, did my thing. But I thought to myself, if I want to kind of mitigate the calories that I intaked over the weekend, what else can I do? Because as of right now, I'm in about 1,000 calorie deficit. Multiply that by 7 days, that's 7,000 calories. Now, that means that I could technically, like theoretically, consume 7,000 calories and in extra, right, in the week, and I would still maintain my same weight. However, I went over that, obviously. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe if I just amp it up a little bit, right? Maybe if I go to the gym an extra day, maybe if I hit a 2 a day, which I'm kind of doing right now. Now, I'm only doing this because I know, like, because I want to, not because I feel like I have to. Normally, when I would eat something like this or do something along these lines, I would just wait the 2 weeks or, 2.5 weeks, and I'd be back to where I was, just eating my normal meals and just going about my daily stuff. Eventually, like, the weight would go back down and the water retention and the bloating and everything would just go back to normal. But I'm trying to make this process a little bit quicker this time around. It's almost like a test, so to speak. Maybe if I burn an extra 400 or 500 calories a day, maybe this will be a little bit faster, right? And this is more of like a want. I know I don't need to do this. It's just, hey, kind of like testing a theory. And I know that it will work out. So that's basically kind of like how my weekend was and how I'm handling it now. In normal circumstances, like I said, I would just basically just wait out the 2 weeks or so. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm totally okay with it. And that kind of brings me to my last point here is that understand that if you have a slip up, it's genuinely okay. Obviously, you're not going to have a slip up like mine, but it's okay if you mess up. It's not that big of a deal. Remember the 80-20 rule, right? As long as you're consistent 80% of the time, that 20% where you're not doesn't discredit that 80%. Doesn't mean let's throw it all out the window and just say screw it all. No. You can't think like that. You got to be like, okay, I messed up. That's okay. Maybe I got to work a little extra harder. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe I just got to keep following what I've been doing, and eventually I'll get back to where I was. Because, yeah, you will. And if you're one of those people who are impatient, you can add a little bit of extra something, in your workout routine to help you get to that goal or back to your original weight or whatever it may be a little bit faster. Is it advised? Yes and no. But remember, you know your body best. So do what you think is going to be the best for you, right? And that's all I can really say about that. So, keep your head up, keep pushing, and thanks for watching.